OSU students out for a good time while Columbus police hope it doesn't turn into another night of violence. Good evening, everybody. I'm Michelle Hopkins. Columbus police are bracing for what may be another wild night on the Ohio State campus. Last night at this time, police were in full riot gear, trying to control a few hundred students whose partying had gotten out of control. And that's a problem police say they've gotten quite used to, college partying that gets out of hand. Now, these are live pictures from High Street tonight, a place that can get pretty lively at night, a place where students taking in too much alcohol often spells trouble. As Sean Hennessy tells us, all too often police are called in to break up the party.
This was the scene last night at an off-campus OSU party. Between 250 and 300 students being too rowdy, and police doing what they have to do to get things under control.
They just started macing us. I got it right in the face, okay?
Carla Butts and her friends say they were innocent bystanders.
And it was really, really scary. I mean, it was really scary. You just felt like you were suffocating.
Students say they're suffocating from their relationships with police and not getting a fair shake.
There was like no communication between the students and the police, and that's how it always is. Always. At parties, I mean, they just have total control.
But there's a reason. The officers who work the area tell us this is not the first time they've been pelted with rocks and bottles, and that's why when they get calls to the campus area, they can't afford to take them lightly.
We don't treat the students on campus any differently than we would treat citizens anywhere in the city.
Sergeant Mike Broberg is a veteran of the campus area and says cops will do whatever they have to do to keep the peace.
If we had 250 people trying to take over the streets in the far north, west section of the city, we'd handle that crowd the same way as we handle the crowd down in OSU.
It's the type of crowd police have seen too often, and that's why they're going to start charging students with felonies for certain rowdy crimes in hopes of ridding the campus area of a chronic problem that refuses to go away. Sean Hennessy, Eyewitness News.
6 people were arrested during last night's rowdiness on charges ranging from public indecency, disorderly conduct, and underage drinking. A man dies in police custody, and tonight people are demanding to know how it could have happened. About 150 demonstrators surrounded a police station in Staten Island, New York, protesting the death of a 23-year-old man. Police say the man suffered a head injury when he was being arrested. A witness says the man was handcuffed and beaten while police were making a drug bust. The mayor's office says charges of police brutality are being investigated. Another protest today looks like a scene right out of the 1960s civil rights era. Thousands of people marched in Jackson, Mississippi today to protest plans to close a traditionally black university as a way of ending segregation. It has happened again in another Ohio city. Ku Klux Klan members clash with protesters. This was the scene in Chillicothe today. 100 police and sheriff deputies were on hand as anger got out of hand at the demonstration. Klan members were spit on, pelted with eggs and rocks. As Luann Stoya reports, protesters were out to send a strong message to the Klan. It came through loud and clear.
Some protesters tell us the Klan must be stopped by any means necessary. In this case, it's throwing eggs and spitting on people believed to be sympathetic to the Klan.
That group come up there and spit on me. If they want to do that on the one-to-one basis back there in the alley, I'll take them on, one-to-one.
Some of the people here in support of the Klan, they were hit with these metal bolts. One guy says he actually lost a tooth because of this.
I came down to hear what they have to say, and I just think I should be able to listen if I want to without being thrown rocks at me and spit on.
One Chillicothe woman wearing a swastika armband is taunted by the crowd. We ask her why she is apparently looking for confrontation.
I'm afraid of the flag. I'm afraid of them. They intimidate me. They threaten my life.
Why don't you tell me what's so wrong about being proud of being right?
Some people are angry at the Klan message, while others are mad thousands of dollars were spent to pay police officers to protect the KKK.
I work, and my tax dollars is paying to protect the hate group.
which we don't need here in the first place.
Police had asked people here in Ross County to stay home, make Chillicothe a waste of time for the Klan. This is the first Klan rally in the historic city. It's uncertain whether this will be the last. Lou Ann Stoya, Eyewitness News.
The KKK also rallied in Portsmouth this afternoon. 300 officers and deputies were on hand to try to keep the peace there. One arrest was reported. A close call for a South Columbus family as a fire breaks out in their